All right, here we go. Welcome back to another episode of the Postgame Spread. I'm going to be your host as always, Blake Helm. This is going to be the Colt Knoedler story, part 2. Really excited to put this one out. I think this went phenomenal. Colt and I sat down yesterday morning to talk about his decision to choose baseball as his path, which I think many would be a little surprised with, considering how accomplished this guy was in football. Had all kinds of D1 interests. Record-setting quarterback at Chatham-Glenwood. Just wrapped up his football career there. Leads the Titans in essentially every passing category that you can think of. Arguably one of the greatest CSA quarterbacks of all time, but chose to follow in his dad's footsteps, going to Lincoln Land Community College. Jason, of course, being, an all-time great from the area. Played in the Tigers organization, won a national championship at Lincoln Land before moving on to Miami of Ohio. But Colt and I sat down and talked about, what all went into his decision. We talked about some of his high school career, football-wise stuff, and some of his favorite memories there, and then kind of moving forward, what life is going to look like for him. And I do have a bold prediction for Colt Knoedler. I think he's going to be a bit of a late bloomer like his dad. And when I say that, Jason was good, a pretty good player until about his freshman or sophomore year in college, and then he kind of had this meteoric rise and took off, went to the next level as a player. And that's what I kind of see for Colt too. I think he hit about 385 as a junior. I think he's going to have a big senior year baseball-wise. And then I think he's going to absolutely take off. I see this guy being a big league catcher someday. I know those are high expectations, but I just have this intuition. I think that's where he's going to be going, and could not be more impressed with this guy, how mature he is, his mindset, how he applies himself. The Kteam hustle is real. Hope you guys enjoy this. This is going to be the Colt Knoedler story, part 2. A very special shout out to the Kaiser family. They've been supporting us for a long time. So special shout out to Ryan and Mandy. We really appreciate you guys, the true baseball family.
And now a few words from our sponsors.
We are proud to be brought to you by Bank of Springfield, BOS, Bank Boldly. They've got a whole baseball team over there. They could literally field a baseball team, starting with the Knoedlers, Eric Weaver, Murph Mathieu, Tim Wallen, Frank Stefano, Greg Morantz, all those guys. Think so highly of them, trust them financially with everything. Bank of Springfield has 3 locations for your convenience. Put back into your community. Bank Boldly, BOS. We appreciate your support. You guys are the best. Thank you. We are also brought to you by Dayton Burnett Training. Dayton being the former Springfield High School, Illinois Wesleyan standout wide receiver, currently a strength and conditioning coach in the area, doing very big things with football players. He is the strength and conditioning coach to Colton Knoedler, the CSA Player of the Year, as well as many high school, college, and pro level guys in the area. I think Dayton is absolutely fantastic and innovative. Dayton specializes in sports performance training and has worked with hundreds of athletes in the local community. His passion in player development and ensuring the training you do in the offseason translates to improved performances in your prospective sport. If you want to check out some of his work, head on over to @Dayton_Burnett. That's DAYTON_BURNETT on Instagram, and send any training inquiries directly to him. You will not regret it. Dayton is the absolute man. Go check him out. We appreciate you, Dayton. We are proud to be backed by Salvaggio Steel. Salvaggio Safe is their motto. These guys have been in business building rails for over 60 years, and they've always been incredible about putting money into the sports community, into the athletic community in the greater Springfield, Central Illinois area. And I'm absolutely honored that they felt like I had enough, like we were doing something special enough to be invested in. So they do it all. I mean, you guys can go look at them for, doing precision craftsmanship in many categories, including structural, miscellaneous, ornamental iron. They're AISC certified. These guys are just the best in the business. We really appreciate them. This deal was also brokered by good friend John Chisholm, who works there as well. So we appreciate Salvaggio Steel, Salvaggio Safe. Thank you. We are brought to you by Overtime Training Academy, located at 3604 North Peoria Road. Phone number 217-899-3233, or head on over to their Facebook page. This place is incredible. This is where the home of Washco Strength and Speed is located. They've got all kinds of incredible tech for hitting and pitching. They offer hitting lessons, pitching lessons, catching lessons for baseball and softball. You can rent the turf. They've got a huge facility there, so other sports can come in there and do their thing indoors if they need it. Go check these guys out, the premier place in Springfield to train. We are also brought to you by the Springfield Shamrocks organization, the elite travel ball organization for baseball and softball in the Springfield, Illinois area. For baseball, they have teams ranging from 8U to 16U. For softball, they have 10U to 12U. Walt Patton, a former guest, former pro, friend of mine, is a coach within the organization. They will soon be moving to Overtime Training Academy, where they will be working out of. I do believe this is the best place to send your son or daughter if they truly love baseball or softball and you want to see where it goes for them. We appreciate you, Springfield Shamrocks. We are proud to be supported by the law offices of Stephen Kelly, specifically Matt Brewer, the former SHG standout in football and baseball, played ball at SIU Carbondale, and a short pro stint with the Diamondbacks. This guy is the best personal injury and workers' comp lawyer in the Springfield area. Can be reached at 217-544-8000 or mbrewer at Stephen Kelly. That's STEPHEN Kelly.com. This guy is incredible. He was my personal lawyer through all of my firefighting stuff, made right by me. This guy showed up to trial 2 days after back surgery. Talk about tough. The best workers' comp lawyer in town. It's Matt Brewer, hands down. We are proud to be supported by Flow Yoga and Meditation, located at 1921 West Isles. Phone number 217-670-2388. Email flowsbf.com. Check them out on Instagram and Facebook. They offer Pilates, Hatha of all levels from chair to power, vinyasa, private sessions. Their mission is to create a welcoming, all-inclusive community where folks from every walk of life can connect and practice yoga, meditation in a loving, relaxed environment. We really appreciate your support. Namaste. We are also brought to you by the Office Sports Bar and Grill, located at 1919 West Isles Avenue. This is a really special place. I've been going there since probably 20 years, since I was in college, and there's just so much cool sports memorabilia, dating back through Springfield's history. All different high schools represented, pro guys, college guys. There's some great stuff on the walls. It's a great place to get together with friends, a great environment, inviting, warm, happy, lively. Great place for great conversation, great drinks, and great food. Please go see this place. Go patronize them. We really appreciate the support. The Office Sports Bar and Grill. This episode is brought to you by Glisten Heating and Air. You can reach them at 217-341 or visit glistenheatingandair.com. That's GLISSON. This is owned and operated by Gibbs Gleason himself, a member of the 2000 Pleasant Plains baseball team that were state champs. That's the Dusty Bensko era, former guest. This guy's in the baseball community. He helps coach his son, who's in the local travel scene. This truly is the pros pro for HVAC in the area. I mean, this is the who's who of former pros that have used him. Let's talk about Corey Erickson, Jason Worth, Ryan Murphy, Jason Knoedler, Justin Knoedler, Brad Owens, Greg Morantz, Jason Washam, Eric Easley. His reviews speak for themselves. Call Glisten Heating and Air. They care about your air. We appreciate you. This episode is being brought to you by Eric Easley of the Easley Real Estate Team with the Real Estate Group. This team consists of Eric, Jamie Murphy, and Caitlin Fry. They can be reached at 217-132 at theeasleysalesteam.com. Eric was a standout quarterback and shortstop at Southeast back in the mid-90s and later starred at Western Illinois in baseball. Also one of the best umpires around this area for many years, teaming up with Bobby Erickson. He sold houses for all kinds of baseball dudes in the area. The Knoedler brothers, Justin and Jason, Ryan Murphy, Todd Schneller, the Savota family. And when it was time for Corey to sell his house and buy his new house, there's only one place he went. That's Eric Easley and the Easley Real Estate Team. So go see these guys for all your real estate needs. We really appreciate you. All right, here we go. You guys, we're back for another episode of the Post-Game Spread. I'm going to be your host, as always, Blake Helm. Sitting across from me here is going to be Colton Knoedler. This is going to be the Colt story part 2. We had him on last January. Is that
something like that, yeah.
Okay, yeah, about last January. And I'll get into kind of what we're doing here. A really interesting point in his career and his life here. So got him in the home studio now. The last time I traveled to your house, right?
Yeah, no,
Cafe Knoedler.
this place is pretty sweet.
Cool, man. Yeah, I've set this up here, so we're starting to do some live stuff here. So, having just wrapped up his record-setting, incredible high school career as a quarterback at Chatham Glenwood, the Titans. This will be Colt's second time joining us. Colt's dad, Jason, former guest, good friend of mine. Colt recently announced his decision that he will continue his athletic career playing baseball for Coach Torricelli at Lincolnland for the Loggers. Probably a decision that many wouldn't have guessed, but we'll get into that. So I'm really excited about that. In football, 27-8 as a starter, back-to-back CSA champs, school records in essentially everything, but I'll go through it. Most completions in a game, most passing yards in a game, most passing TDs in a game, most attempts in a season, most completions in a season, most passing yards season, most passing TDs season, most attempts in a career, most completions in a career, most passing yards career, most passing yards TDs career in 2025. You were 143 for 233 passing, 2,360 yards, 31 TDs against 7 picks. In baseball as a junior, hit 385, starting catcher. And then, you had this unique decision that many might have not seen coming, like I just said. And I remember thinking it was interesting because me and you have, we've had some texts back and forth and we developed a little friendship here. But I remember thinking how interesting it was that you were on the fence. You weren't sure which way you were going, and your accomplishments in football so far have far outweighed, what you've done in baseball. And that told me that there was a deep love for baseball for you, that it was, I think a lot of people would gravitate towards, you're getting all this D1 attention in football, Ivy Leagues, the ISUs, the Carbondales and whatnot, and going on these visits, but still baseball was in your heart. We'll get into that, but that's my how I saw it. I've told your mom, I told your dad, I have this vision of you, this intuition. I think you're going to be a big leaguer. And I know, I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but I just have this feeling your dad was kind of a later bloomer in baseball. He was good in high school and then exploded in college.
Yeah.
And I see that for you. Especially you're a catcher, so there's so much time to develop there. And I think you're just starting to scratch the surface. So before we get into all of that, let's hear a little bit about the family, about what's going on with the Knoedler family. Last time we touched on some funny things with Dad, so let's touch that first. Where are we at? Yeah, you're already smiling. Where are we at so the funny things we found out about Jason? Tucks his shirt in all the time, uses the word boom too much for everything.
Oh yeah.
Loves to whistle walking around. Where are we at with that situation? Any change? Still the same?
He's definitely gotten embarrassed with the shirt tucking. I haven't seen him do it in a while. Every once in a while he still walks out of the bedroom with his, old shirt that he had in high school.
Yeah.
Still tucked in.
Mm-hmm.
The booms aren't as bad. I would say the dad jokes have gotten way worse. He does it more now, because he knows it just gets on the rest of our nerves. But yeah.
Okay. And then I saw there was I'm obviously friends with both your mom and your dad on social media.
Mm-hmm.
There was a funny picture. It was you, CJ, and your dad, and you guys were all dressed alike. And your mom was like, funny, who dresses them or something like that? Who shops for them? Just some funny stuff there. So let's go. I want to hear a little bit about the rest of the family this time. So give me a little bit about Claire, CJ, and then we'll get into a little more mom.
Yeah. We'll start with Claire. I've gotten really close with Claire recently.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because she's in high school now.
Yeah.
So, I've gotten really close with her. Some funny stuff about her. Her freshman year when I was a junior, she was so embarrassed of me.
Really?
Didn't want to be seen with me in the hallways. Didn't want to walk into school with me.
The starting quarterback?
Oh yeah.
Really?
And she was embarrassed of me. Her friends think I'm the coolest thing.
Right.
But she's wants no part of me, she sees me at home. So yeah, I'd see her in the hallways, I'd, yell her name from down the hallway, Claire, how's it going? And she would just, face bright red, rush off the class. It's better now. I don't do it as much because it did make her pretty embarrassed her freshman year. So
yeah, she's a good little athlete too, isn't she?
Oh yeah. Started varsity as a freshman.
Yeah, I know Jason was telling me she's pretty talented there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I know Mom likes to joke that she's the understated athlete of the family, right? She was a swimmer back in the day, right?
My mom, yeah. She claims we get our athletic ability from her. I'll say we do just to make her happy.
Tell me a little bit about CJ. Every time I hear about his name brought up either by your mom or your dad or Joe, there's laughs that come with it. Like he's quite the little character. Is
Oh
what I
yeah.
hear.
He's like Joey.
That's what I hear.
He's
yeah,
like
little
he's
Joe.
like little Uncle Joe.
Oh man, that's a good thing. Let's just say it's a good thing.
It's a
it's
good
an interesting thing.
Yeah, he's definitely the entertainment of the family. There's always something going on with CJ, whether it's good or bad.
Yep.
Always getting on my parents' nerves, but at the same time, he's always making all of us laugh.
Is he a little decent little athlete? I think he's playing baseball and stuff, isn't he? I thought.
Yeah,
it's
starting to click a little bit for him.
Yeah.
He's starting to want to watch games. He's become a big Packers fan this season, which has been fun for me.
Sure.
Because it's always been just me and my mom watching the games. Because my dad's a Bears fan for whoever knows what.
He's a Bears fan.
My dad is a Bears fan.
Interesting.
So
funny you brought up. I wanted to bring up Uncle Joey too, because he's just like just a really interesting character, and I mean I think he's really an unsung athlete in your family too. Like Joe could do some insane things back in the day. Like if you guys don't know, Joe Knoedler is the younger brother of Jason and Justin. I say younger. I mean, he's not littler. I mean, he's probably 6'4", 6'5" in his heyday, a good 260, 270. But I mean, he went to Quincy out of high school playing football, and I mean, he was doing stupid stuff like 4'6", 60 or 4'7". It was ridiculous. And, I saw him throw a football 70 yards. I saw him punt a football 70 yards. And just one of the goofiest guys that you'll ever meet, and like just heart of gold. And anyway, Uncle Joey, love him. One of my oldest friends here. Tell me a little bit about Mama, the CEO of the Kteam. What all does she do to hold you guys together?
I mean, it's just everything.
Yeah.
I mean, without her, she always claims she has 4 kids. My dad's one of them. She's got to watch out for him too. I mean, yeah, it's just everything from, I'd like to talk about what she does for like me after games.
Yeah.
Sometimes after losses, I'm pretty hot.
Yeah.
Like most athletes. I always look to her. She's always able to calm me down, pretty quick, and I'm able to move on just by talking things through with her.
Really? She's like a calming presence, giving you some perspective afterwards. Beautiful. Shout out to your mom there. Before we get going into some of our questions here, we're going to be brought to you by, of course, BOS. We're going to be banking boldly. It's in the family. They got a whole dang baseball team over there. Shout out to all those guys. And actually, I want to say, I think probably Greg will watch, but Greg Moran, saw you the other day trick-or-treating. You were across the street. I wanted to come say what's up to you, but somehow we got crossed up and I didn't get to say hi. So shout out to Greg Morantz out there. Anyway, bank boldly with BOS, but then also we're going to be brought to you by Dayton Burnett. So you've been training with him for quite a while. And I'd love to do just a little talk on him before we get rolling of when did you start working with Dayton?
Gosh, I want to say, I'd have to text and ask him. I want to say like 11, 12 years old.
I remember seeing
like
videos
middle
of you
school.
like a little.
Yeah,
little
I was with him back when he was just strictly at his home garage gym.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, his home garage gym was probably worth more than his house with how much stuff, he had in there.
That's true.
I wonder if it's still decked out now. I haven't been there. I know he's got a sauna there now. He built a sauna,
cold plunge.
Cold plunge. So he's got a.
Have you
pretty
tried
good
either of
setup
those
over
yet?
there. Oh yeah. So I've got a not at his house.
Yeah.
But
You've tried both of those.
I do
things?
pretty good with like, post game stuff. Like we've got an ice tub at my house and a hot tub.
Beautiful.
So I'm rotating between those immediately after games.
Absolutely. Dayton Burnett. So it's just interesting. Dayton and I came up from the same place. We used to train people at Body Symmetry, and that's how him and I have a connection. And I think he's probably the top guy in the area. For basketball, for football, for agility, speeds type stuff. What do you think is special about Dayton? Why do you think he's the guy to go to for those kind of sports?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely. I mean, you look at just CSA football this year. Yeah, all of the top performers.
Yeah, him.
Who do they train with?
Dayton
Burnett.
Yep.
I've worked with him. Drew Ward has worked with him. Nate Swaney. And I mean, you look at Rochester Griffin. They played last night.
Yeah,
2 biggest players in the game train with Dayton.
Yeah.
And, that's the good thing about him. He's always there. Watching his athletes, supporting guys.
Yeah. I think it's cool too. He's got I love his balance of, he does some like tried and true stuff that I think in strength and conditioning that needs to be done, but he's also innovative too. And he does interesting stuff. And I think sometimes trainers can be, or strength coaches can be one way or the other too much. And I think he's got a great blend and obviously very close with his players. He actually texted me yesterday, was all pumped up about Rochelle, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I saw he went for
250 or something like that.
And 3 touchdowns, like most receiving yards in a game in
college
any
football.
division.
Yeah, that's what Dayton
Yeah.
said. So that dude's balling out, former Springfield High quarterback. So shout out to Dayton Burnett. He's doing his thing at YMCA now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to go check out his Instagram, Dayton Burnett, doing his thing at YMCA here in Springfield, get under the umbrella if you don't want to get rained on. So
Oh yeah.
there we go. All right. So I'm fascinated. We haven't gone into depth with it. You and I have just texted, and I was hounding you before the football season, like, you said you were going to make a decision in August,
Mm-hmm.
and true to your word, you pretty much did.
Yeah.
And I also want to say, you told me to not tell anyone. I kept it a secret. It was painful. I was so excited. The only person that I let know that I knew was Tor. I texted him and said, "Hey man, this is incredible. I think you got a real one here." But kept the secret. So did a lot of people know during football, or was it kind of kept under wraps? Or
I wouldn't say it was kept under wraps. I definitely told, all my family,
okay,
all my friends. I think everybody, especially at Glenwood.
you just weren't blasting
Just
on
knew.
socials, like
Yeah, I just didn't want to deal. I talked to my football coaches. We just didn't want to deal with the, everybody wanted to interview me about baseball
Right.
during football season of
Sure.
my senior year when we're, trying to go make a run.
Was that a weird, or what was that like telling your football coach, I think I'm gonna go to the baseball?
Yeah, it wasn't really hard for me. It was after a big win against Edwardsville.
Really?
So I think, they were so happy. I was just like, hey, just want to let you guys know, like, I committed to Lincoln Land.
Yeah.
And they were, were so proud of me.
Sure.
Shout out to Coach Landon and Coach Hay and Coach Q for all they do.
Okay. We'll get more into that in a second, but let me ask you this. From what I think I know, unless there's a pivot in college, you've put on your pads for the last time football wise.
Mm-hmm.
What does it feel like? Where is your headspace at? Obviously, you've been on an incredible journey football wise.
Yeah.
Here these last 4 years.
Yeah, I feel like it hasn't really quite hit me yet.
Right.
So yeah, I know I feel like it's definitely going to, last time playing, because they say high school football, Friday Night Lights, that's where your best memories are.
It didn't hit you like as the game was over, or like on the bus ride home, or anything like that, or
Not really.
Really?
I thought I would be very upset after the game, and I'm not saying I wasn't. But I looked at my teammates and they were all, smiling. And
Yeah.
I just look at them like, why are you guys so happy? And they're like, look at all we accomplished.
right.
And so yeah, that made me it boosted my spirits. And
Sure.
it wasn't like we went out in a bad way. We went 10-0 and
Yeah.
then we lost to the number 1 team in the state.
Right. You guys, I compare that to like, you guys are, this might be too old of a reference for you, but like you guys are like the Utah Jazz going against like Michael Jordan. Like you guys were really good and probably could have won a state title if it weren't for, Michael Jordan and the Bulls being in your way. And
Yeah.
it's just a couple years in a row and there's nothing you could do about it.
Mm-hmm. A team full of Michael Jordans.
Yeah. Team full of Michael Jordan. That's great, dude. Okay. Yeah. Team full of Michael Jordans. Your mom spoke about how close this group was, how much you cherished the football culture at Glenwood. Can you speak to that at all, about how close you guys were? What did this group mean to you?
Yeah. I said in an interview after the East St. Louis game that it'd be hard to find another group of 38 seniors somewhere in the country.
38 seniors?
38 seniors,
Oh,
which
wow.
is crazy.
That is
Most
nuts.
Glenwood's ever had, probably the most any team in the CS8's ever had.
Yeah.
Don't fact check me on that, but I'd be shocked if there's more. And every single one of us get along.
Yeah.
I had all 38.
That's special.
All 38 seniors came to my house after the games.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, that is that is special. Then so then you obviously knew that this was going to be your last hurrah football wise. Do you feel like you were able to cherish it or be in the moment more, knowing that this was the end throughout the season?
Yeah, I
in a
would
way?
say I was definitely more in the moment. Our final home game against SHG, like it hit me a little bit when we were walking up to run down the hill. I was like, this could be the last time
Yeah.
we run down the hill, like, depending on playoff seating and stuff like that, if we
Yeah.
got a home game. Luckily, we got 2 more, so I got to do it 2 more times. But like running down that hill against Griffin, I was like, I'm going to miss this.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I don't know why I'm reminded of this. I wanted to ask you this. This is going to be my first time on camera with a mustache. How am I doing?
I'd say pretty solid.
Am
Yeah.
I pulling it off?
I like it. Yeah. Looks natural.
Man, okay. I know it's a weird question to ask. I'm always I wasn't sure. Like last second before you came over, I was like, man, am I going to shave this thing? Like, I'm just being funny, but like,
Mhm.
I guess I'm going to be on camera with the mustache for
That
a long
looks
time.
sweet.
Yep. Okay. Thanks, dude. Tell me about some of your favorite memories from football. Let's go this year and then just overall.
Okay,
from
yeah,
your
we'll
career.
start with this year. So I mean, week 1 against Edwardsville, they're a big 8A school, multiple Division I commits. We went over there and, we were up the whole second half and kind of dominated the second half. First half, we were a little rusty. Pulled out a victory there. They've got their receivers going to Mizzou.
Right.
So he was really good. We were able to limit him. Our DBs did a great job. And then, Rochester, craziest game. One of the craziest. I've played in a lot of crazy games.
Nuts. Absolutely
Nuts. We were down. I think we were down 14 points with 5 minutes left.
How'd you
And
guys
they
pull
had
that
the
one
ball.
out, dude?
Yeah. And we started running me, and I just followed Paul Reyes, our left guard.
Like a movie.
Yeah.
So, okay, sorry, did I cut you off there? Keep going if you got
No, you're good. Yeah, no, that
Okay.
was a crazy game. And then, SHG,
Yeah.
I think the score was at 28-7 or something like that. And we came all the way back in the fourth quarter
Bad kids, yeah.
and thought we had the game sealed
Yeah.
with a Grady Mueller, long touchdown run in the
Yeah.
fourth quarter with like a minute 50 left.
Yeah.
And then on 4th and 10 or something like that, Brinkman rolled out and found Drew Ward.
Yeah.
And there's 59 seconds left on the clock. We've got 3 timeouts. We get a big kick return from Blake Lanen.
Yeah.
They made a mistake kicking, probably the best athlete on the field, the ball.
Right.
He returns it to the 50, and then they got into a prevent defense almost with 50 seconds on the clock. We had 3 timeouts, so we just threw stop routes down the field and scored. And then, yeah.
What a wild season you had, my man. Talk to me. Look, you just mentioned some names there. Do you have any more memories you want to keep going with? Or
Yeah, I mean, we beat Joliet Catholic, big
oh my God,
powerhouse up in Chicago,
Absolutely.
Big Brown.
Yeah. Big
So
Brown.
tough draw first round.
SHG's never beat them.
Really?
Never.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Interesting fact.
Yeah. So, they're a team historically. I mean, I think they went to state the last 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, they've been historic since I was in high school.
Have they
for
really?
a long? I mean,
Yeah,
I
the
don't know if you remember the name,
Hilltoppers.
but a guy named Mike Allstott.
He went there.
He went there, Joliet Catholic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they've been. I mean, the movie Rudy is from Joliet Catholic. It's just a story.
We were wondering that because there's a dude with what's Rudy's last name?
Rudiger.
Yeah, Rudiger. There was a coach Rudiger.
Yeah.
On their team, and we were like,
1,000,000% related. Has to be.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
We were questioning that. We saw the roster the day before,
Rudiger.
and we're like,
That's it.
Rudiger. Like that's.
I think it's
Rudiger.
his brother actually.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
That's neat. I think he's like their strength coach,
Yeah,
or
and
something like that.
So fun fact. Rudy, like they played him in the movie as like some scrub, but like him and his brothers were like dominant wrestlers, like all state champions.
Really?
Like he wasn't like some little. Like maybe in football he was undersized, but he was.
yeah, I mean, he had to be good to at some
Right,
point
yeah.
play for Notre Dame.
Sure, absolutely. So, all right, sorry, Joliet Catholic.
Yeah, no, that was a big game.
Yeah.
Tough draw first round. They were 4-5, but their 5 losses were to top 25 teams in the state.
Yeah.
So, and then you look back at junior year, we had a big victory over Rochester, 45-17. I don't think anybody saw that coming. We played really good that game. SHG, we had an overtime victory.
Yeah.
Mia Gerger kicked a game-winning field goal.
Mhm.
And then even sophomore, you look back at sophomore year, we had an overtime victory in a round 2 game against Richards, where it was like 52-51.
Yeah.
Just a shootout.
Tell me about. I want to hear about these dudes, man. All these weapons that you
Mhm.
had. I was looking at the stats last night. Blake Lennon, Dylan Huff, Andrew Schwartz, Grady Mueller. Talk to me about these guys and what did you enjoy about them as a weapon, throwing to them, handing it off to them? What was special about them? Let's go with Blake. Starting up with him.
Yeah, start with Blake. What stands out to me is just his speed
Yeah.
and just knowledge of the game. He's a really smart kid.
Yeah.
So there was multiple times throughout the season where I would just kind of look at him, he'd look at me,
You knew?
and he knew the ball was coming to him. I knew I was throwing to him.
Really?
So yeah, stuff like I did the same thing with Dylan Huff. If you look at we'll talk about Dylan in a second.
Okay.
So we'll go back to Blake.
Yeah.
But yeah, just speed and just I knew he knew just kind of that connection.
Would it be like a certain play or coverage you saw and you're like, this is it for me and you right now? Or how would that?
Yeah, kind of. We ran like deep posts with him.
Okay.
And like I would like look at the safety and I'd look at Blake. He'd just kind of smile.
It's on.
It's like, all right, we're just gonna blow by this
We're going to
dude.
flame this dude up.
Oh yeah.
I love that. And he scored a lot of touchdowns for you guys this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go Dylan Huff then.
Yeah, so Dylan, he didn't have a ton of catches this year.
Yeah.
But he got in the end zone, and it was
Yeah, he did.
most of his, catches were on like choice routes. So
Yeah.
we ran a choice route at the high school where Dylan plays X receiver, so he's out to my left.
Yeah.
And he runs, and he can either run like a 7-step speed out,
Mhm.
a go, or a post. Most of the times Dylan would just choose a go because that's what Dylan he wanted to go downtown. And most of the time it worked. I'll give him credit. Half the times it probably wasn't the right decision based on coverage, but Dill wanted to go catch the ball over the top of somebody, and he did.
Oh man! All right, let's go, Andrew Schwartz.
Yeah, Schwartz, he's a bigger receiver.
Yeah,
he's probably 6 foot, 195, and I think that's what made him good. He would just bully people.
Yeah,
he did a great job. Really strong hands.
Mm-hmm.
He would just go find his own, sit in it, and then he was tough to tackle.
Let's go Grady. That dude ran wild this year.
Oh yeah, that dude's just a freak athlete. He batted like, what did he do? He batted like 460 in baseball.
Yeah,
this past year.
Stud.
And then comes out in football and just runs over everybody. I mean, he broke off a explosive play against East St. Louis, like 60-some yard touchdown run. And like even they had trouble catching him.
Right.
So no, that kid's just a dog.
Yeah. Tell me about your line.
Just great.
Yeah.
Just great. It's definitely the best line I think Glenwood has ever had. And Coach Lannon told our offensive line that, which I think may have been hard for him to do, but he said it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cody Moss, left tackle, he's going to Western Illinois. Yeah. Left guard, Paul Reyes, that kid should play Division I football. I mean, he's an absolute dog. Center, Joe Spohr, really, really bright kid, knows what he's doing, strong. Yeah. Right guard rotated between AJ Ferguson because he plays defense. Mm-hmm. He's one of my good friends. Dog again. Sam Carter also got in there. Yeah. And then Parker Lovelace, Owen Spencer, Justin Erickson, all rotated through, and they're all just, one, massive human beings. Yeah. And, they want to do what they can for the team to win. It's nice to be protected back there. Oh, yeah. Coming from someone that wasn't. I was running for my life in high school football. Oh my Lord. Yeah. All right. Did you guys have a couple did you have a couple favorite plays that you were like, this is my bread and butter play. Like I want to go to this. Yeah. Clemson. That was the play with, we'd put trips right. Yeah. Or full right. Dylan Huff, single on the left. Yeah. And it was just do what you want to do, Dill. And he would just most of the time run a go. This might be a deep question, but life lessons. Do you feel like you took any from your time on the gridiron? Oh yeah, for sure. I think just mental toughness. Shout out Coach Lannon. He's a very tough coach. He's gonna get on you, and I think that's what makes him great. Is he get on you in practice so much that in the games you're not nervous at all. Really, you're like he's taking that pressure, or he's already exactly put you through the pressure. Yeah, like you've been there, done this, and practiced. Where he makes practice more intense than the actual game. Really? Oh yeah. Oh, I love hearing stuff like that. Your mom told me to ask you about this. Tell me about the peer partner program that you've been a part of. Yeah. She said it's really special to you and that you light up when you talk about it. So yeah, so I started with it this year. It's the special education program at Glenwood. Mm-hmm. And so I started helping this girl named Kala. She has Down syndrome. She's a freshman this year. Yeah. And yeah, every day at school we walk around and we collect coffee cups from the morning. So I help her at the end of the day. Yeah. And she's just always positive, bright with energy. Yeah. Teachers, she walks in the room, teachers, get excited to see her. Mm-hmm. It's just great. And so she would, every football game, she would come to the home football games. She'd always be very excited to see me. I'd be excited to see her. It was like tense moments in the game. And I just hear someone at the, front of the bleachers yelling Colton. And, she's just standing there with a bright smile. It always loosened me up. That's cool. Yeah. Interesting. So it gave you a little bit of perspective. Like, yeah. So in these tense moments, like, oh, okay, everything's. Yeah, it puts things in perspective for sure. Beautiful, man. You are, I said this last time I had you on. I was like, I can't believe I'm talking to, I think you might have been 17 last time we talked, but, yeah, 18-year-old, crazy. Tell me about where all did you go on visits for football? So football, I went to SIU, Carbondale. I've seen pictures there, yeah. And Illinois State, and that was really it. That's it. You didn't. I remember last time we talked, you said there was some Ivy interest. Yeah, so they had sent me like some letters and some emails. I couldn't really tell if that was like legit interest. I feel like it's very hard with football to tell if they're like, come to our camp and pay us money, or come to our camp so we can evaluate you. Oh, yeah. So for me, it was like, I didn't really want to go play Ivy League football. Yeah. That's really tough. Yeah. Because you're playing football and then also, take Harvard, for example. You're taking Harvard classes. And as a QB too. All the time that would go into that. A lot of stress. For sure. Interesting. Okay. So did any other schools show interest?
besides those like Carbondale and ISU? That
A little bit, but I mean, not a whole lot to where I wanted to jump at the opportunity to go try and play there.
Okay. And then so let's just jump into it then. Or how were those visits to SIU and
Yeah, I really enjoyed both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, great coaching staffs there. Zach Grant, he used to play at Rochester. He's the receiver coach at SIU.
Yeah.
Did a really good job of just, showing me around, telling me about the program.
What kind of stuff were they telling you? I mean, were they saying, "Hey, we see you coming in and being a guy, or you're gonna have to fight for a spot," or what do you?
Yeah,
say?
Illinois, I appreciate Illinois State. They were very straight up with me. They had kind of told me, like, we've got a guy signed, you're our number 2. Like, they had offered a guy.
Yeah.
They're like, if this guy says yes, like, he's our guy. If he says no, we're going to come offer, like, you and this other kid.
Right.
Well, that guy said yes. So then my only opportunity would have been as, like, a walk-on.
Okay.
And that wasn't really something I was interested in.
What about Carbondale?
Carbondale, they were kind of not as blunt. They were kind of like, oh, like, we'll get back to you, kind of stuff like that.
Okay. And then, so let's get into it then. What all factors went into choosing baseball over football here?
It really just came down to where my heart is.
Really?
I love baseball,
Yeah.
A family tradition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, who all did you consult with?
I mean,
So,
definitely my parents.
Yeah.
And then, I asked some kids that had been through the JUCO process.
Yeah.
Because, I played at, my freshman and sophomore year, and a lot of the kids I played with went and played JUCO baseball. So I kind of, I texted them. I was like, what were your experience? And every single one of them was like, absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right.
Yeah. Baseball. So just mom and dad essentially for the most part.
Basically.
Okay. And obviously you grew up, I'm sure you've probably been to Lincoln Land camps and stuff growing up,
Mhm.
and like you've probably been a logger since you were born in some ways. Did like any of the other JUCOs or any baseball schools come sniffing around at all? Like you would have broke my heart if you would have gone to Heartland, dude. I would have.
No, I knew
been with you.
I knew if I was going JUCO, it was going to be Lincoln Land. I took a visit to Southern Indiana.
Oh, cool.
Coach Ramirez, he used to coach at UIS.
Yeah.
Went to Lenore Rhine.
Yeah.
And then he's at Southern Indiana now.
Right.
So, that's maybe an opportunity for me after Lincoln Land, hopefully. I don't think I think they, didn't think I was quite ready yet, maybe.
Really?
So, yeah.
What about all your peers? I imagine, like I said earlier, I think a lot of people would have assumed like, oh, Colt is this big time quarterback. He's going to go play college football.
Mm-hmm.
What was their response when you're like, I'm playing baseball, I'm going JUCO?
I think they was more just happy for me. They weren't like, why did you not choose football? Like it wasn't like any of that. It was just like congratulations.
Okay. Do you think your ceiling is higher in baseball?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. Or do you want me to talk? I'll tell you why I think it is.
You could start.
Yeah. So I think, I don't know, football wise, I mean, kind of from who you were recruited wise, and obviously you can go in different directions, but it looks like a lot of these.
And now a few words from our sponsors.
We are also brought to you by Washco Strength and Speed, located at 3604 North Peoria Road, 217-899-3233. Of course, I'm talking about Jared Washco, the Springfield area firefighter, the former pitching standout at SHG and SCI. He is credentialed. He is a CPT, CSCS. Those are the highest credentials you can get in the strength and conditioning game. I think he is absolutely fantastic working with young athletes, probably the best in the area, working with baseball players. His results say it all. He's worked with high school guys, college guys, pro guys, and they keep coming back to him. They get bigger, they get faster, they get stronger, more explosive, better at their sport, less injury prone. He handles it all. He does arm care work. He does speed work. Go see Jared if you are a local athlete trying to get the most out of yourself. Invest in yourself. Go see Jared. We are also brought to you by Sheehan & Sheehan Lawyers, located at 1215 South 4th Street, Suite A. They can be contacted at 217-544-0701. I'm talking Pat Sr., Pat Jr., and Willie. They can be contacted for adoption needs, agricultural law, business and commercial law, estate planning, real estate planning, taxation, traffic and minor traffic offenses, personal injury, wrongful death suits. And I grew up with Willie playing baseball on the Southwest Braves. We were state champs. He played high school baseball and soccer at SHG. Pat Jr. was an accomplished baseball player at SHG, SCI, and finally the U of I. We really appreciate the Sheens here. Love this guy. Love this family. Great family. So go see these guys. Appreciate you. We are also brought to you by Sitco Chiropractic. They can be reached at 217-525 and sitcochiropractic.com. They offer chiropractic care, corrective exercises, lifestyle advice, nutritional counseling, spinal and postural screenings. They are located at 205 North Grand Avenue. Love the Sitco family. From the dad, Steven, to Kyle and Casey, I grew up with them. Their brother, Tyler, was a big-time baseball player at SHG and SCI. There's a reason they have over 70 ratings on Google, and they're all 5.0. These guys are great. I went to them a few years back for some back issues I was having. They'll fix you right up. Go see Sitco Chiropractic. We are also brought to you by Milner Dentistry, located at 755 South Grand Avenue West. They can be reached at 217-528-3384. Dr. Ty and his staff are incredible. The place is clean. They do amazing work. They can handle all your dentistry needs. Thanks again to Dr. Ty for agreeing to sponsor us here. He was a standout at Rochester, SCI, and then later had a really cool story of walking on at the U of I. Have a ton of respect for this guy. Please go support Dr. Ty and Milner Dentistry. We are also brought to you by Hammers Radon Mitigation Solutions. You can reach them at 217-670-4292, hammersradon@gmail.com, or head on over to their website, hammersradonmitigation.com. They do exactly what you need. This is everything radon that you can think of. This is Les Hammers. This is a Springfield firefighter, a former standout football player at Jacksonville, a Truman State, and then played a little pro ball, a little arena ball himself. Since opening, Hammers Radon Mitigation Solutions have become masters of their craft. Their commitment to quality mitigation, exceptional services, and incomparable customer care keep our homeowners safe. They never stop improving and will continue to expand their offerings. Get in touch with Les today. You will not be disappointed. We really appreciate you guys. Thanks, Les. We are also brought to you by BSN Sports, specifically Adam Anderson, who grew up playing ball with Blaine Cravens and Walt Patton, former guests here, and played football at Illinois College. BSN Sports, the nation's leading supplier of sporting goods, uniforms, and apparel. They provide game-changing solutions to their customers and work to make life easier for coaches. They have over 13 sales pros in the central Illinois area. Reach out to Adam Anderson at adam.anderson@bsnsports.com. They'll take care of you. We really appreciate you guys. Thanks, BSN.
We are also brought to you by The Crafted Stag, located at 3455 Freedom Drive, 217-698-6300. Your wardrobe is about to get a lot more interesting. The Crafted Stag Supply is Springfield's newest and most exciting destination for discerning gentlemen seeking quality clothing, accessories, and lifestyle goods. Nestled in the heart of Parkway Point shopping area, we offer a unique and one-of-a-kind shopping experience featuring barber services, bar refreshments, entertainment, and more. Guys, I can't tell you how excited I am to be partnering with Crafted Stag. This is Grant Hammer, of course. Great family friend. Actually, my first ever organized baseball was sponsored by his dad. We were the Hammer Slammers. And I'm very close with his younger brother, Jordan. Jordan did the logo for the post-game spread. Grant is a great guy. What he's doing out there, the Crafted Stag, is unique. It is tailored for, great clothing, a great experience. It's for men. I love what he's doing. Couldn't be happier to be a part of this. Go see the Crafted Stag for all your needs that I just mentioned. Barber services, bar refreshments, the greatest clothes, entertainment. I know Grant is always out there seeking better styles, looking for new things. So stay up with this guy. He's incredible. Go see the Crafted Stag. We appreciate you.
Talent college guys, we're seeing you as kind of like an Illinois State Carbondale guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like I said, baseball wise, I think you're going to be a little bit of a later bloomer, even though you've had success already.
Yeah.
I think similar to Jason, you're going to explode either this next year as a senior or freshman, sophomore year in college. I think you're going to keep getting stronger and the game is going to slow down for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're going to see you go from like no tanks to like 10 or 12 one of these days.
Yeah, I hope so. I feel like I kind of figured it out this summer. I hit a few. I just got to let it go.
Talk to me about that.
Stop swinging like more defensive. Like stop trying to just put the ball in play and hit
be more aggressive.
Yeah, it's okay to just let it eat.
Let it eat. Yeah. Are you picking your spots in terms of like in an at bat? Like, all right, these first two strikes, I'm going to let it eat, and then you're being a little more trying to put it in play, or where do you think about that?
I wouldn't say it because I hit some bombs this summer, and like one of them was on like a 3-2 count.
Really?
Or I knew the guy was coming with a fastball.
Yeah.
and just swung hard, and the ball just soared. And then the other one was on, I think it was first pitch.
Yeah.
I was like, if this dude throws me a fastball, I'm taking a daddy
Marking
hack.
it, daddy
Yeah.
hacking it. Okay, cool. So from what I think I know, your dad's a little more old school with some of his hitting philosophy stuff, even though I haven't talked to him in quite a while.
Yeah.
JU is probably in between newer and older, I think.
Yeah.
Those are kind of the voices that are in your head hitting wise for the most part, who you work with.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I think it's great, because I work with my dad a lot.
Yeah.
But sometimes, hearing stuff from your dad, you're like, oh, okay,
Sure.
Dad.
It can be lost because it's your dad.
Yeah. So then I just, I text Uncle Justin.
JU.
I'm like, hey, can you come work with me?
Yeah.
And it's not even really like working with my uncle. Like he's, straight up with me, telling me, I think you should try this.
Yeah.
I think you should try that.
Yeah.
And he's definitely becoming more new school, especially with the catching. For so long, he was like, don't you dare go down to a knee.
He hated it.
And then I'm working with him last
Dude,
winter.
everyone does.
Yeah.
No.
I'm working with him last winter. He's like, you know what? Let me get back there and try. So, he throws on the mask, puts his knee down. He's like,
oh, this feels good.
He's like, this feels great.
Dude, I've had multiple catchers on in the past year, and I've deeply gone down the bag of that, of how catching used to be only 2 feet. And I'm sure probably Justin taught you that coming up, right?
Yeah.
You worked with him a lot. Like you're on 2 feet, you're not getting down.
Oh,
But
yeah.
now it's so athletic. There's legs out, knees down. You're getting better angles. You can frame better. The umpire can see it better from how you're moving.
Yeah.
What do you feel like the advantages are of being able to go, like on a knee, drop down, all these things versus 2?
I think you're more flexible.
Oh, there we go.
That's kind of what I felt. And for the longest, I've always been like, when I go on a knee, I've always gone a knee with nobody on base.
Okay.
But I experimented over the summer with having a knee down, and I'm actually quicker throwing.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how it works.
Can you throw from like not getting up?
Yeah, I throw from my knees. My dad thinks I throw better from my knees.
Really?
So it's something I maybe need to try to do in game. I always do it like in practice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But in a game, I think it's just natural for me, pop up and fire it.
For sure. Are you at all, I mean, obviously there's the ton in baseball now, swing wise, about getting it in the air. Is that something that you think of?
Not really. For me, it's more of just like getting on plane with the ball and just trying to catch a barrel.
Are you thinking about getting on plane early or deep, or where are you at with that?
Not really.
Okay.
No, it's just kind of just see ball, hit ball.
Okay.
That's why I tried to focus more on not thinking so much up at the plate and more of just like trusting what I've done in practice and what I've done in the cage.
Love that. I got a little off on my questions there, but let's go back to some football stuff here. Did you ever have any head injuries, and did that go into at all your decision?
I've never had any issues with concussions.
Okay.
I know a lot of people that have. I wouldn't say it went into my decision. I would say some people were definitely pleased that I chose baseball. Like, my grandparents maybe,
Yeah.
Grandma Nat is definitely happy that I'm not playing football so I don't, get hurt.
Yeah.
She's always up there sweating. I'm sure my mom is relieved.
Yeah. Sure.
They would have supported me anyway.
Sure.
But
Was there a moment when you knew that, all right, I'm picking baseball? Just something happened, or a day, or can you remember it? I mean, obviously that's a big decision for you to pick one path or the other.
I think it was, probably school ball, really, junior year. I just had a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And then still had a ton of fun in the summer. And I'm like, I'm just really enjoying this.
Yeah.
Why would I not go do this?
Speaking of, how did you switched programs to top tier for last summer, right?
Yes.
How'd that go?
Really enjoyed it.
I saw the whole roster is like going to college baseball.
Yeah, we're all going to play JUCO.
Yeah.
So,
It's a JUCO roster, isn't it?
Oh,
It's like every single dude is a JUCO grinder.
yeah, it's awesome. I got to play with
That's sick.
Scheffler.
Yeah,
who's going to Lincoln Land, so I got to
yeah.
catch him a few times. So that's exciting. And then I've played with Jory Myron, my whole life. So that's another really exciting thing.
Okay, so it's senior year of baseball, man. I'm excited for you. Hit 385 as a junior, which is really strong, but no pumps,
Yeah.
But you got a couple this summer, hoping for some this year. What are you doing now to get ready for spring baseball? Anything different, hitting wise, conditioning wise? Now that you're not doing football, are you doing things differently?
Yeah, I'm really going to try to become more flexible.
Interesting.
I think it'll just help me speed wise, catching wise, hitting too. That's my main focus this off season, is just get more, it's really just athletic.
What are you size wise at now?
So like 6'1", 190.
Okay, 6'1", 190. Tell me about your swing. I saw a video of you at maybe some kind of like a showcase, maybe
Mm-hmm.
within the last year, and it looked like you were no striding or you were doing some Otani type stuff.
Yeah.
Are you still kind of similar to that, or where are you at with your stride and your
I'm
load and
trying
some
to
of
think
that
of
kind
what
of stuff?
video you may have seen. Was I like in a cage?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
indoors.
So my swing,
Different?
my swing changes all the time.
I was very guilty of that too.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
So I'm always making adjustments. So I'm trying to think. At the end of last year, I had definitely had a little bit of a stride going. I had narrowed up.
Okay.
And that's where I think I got more power from.
Really?
Is I'd kind of narrow up, almost a little bit of a leg kick, not too big.
Yeah.
And then I think it just got more going forward.
So that's where you're at now?
That's where I'm at now, and I think that's what felt really good.
Do you feel like, are you emulating anyone a little bit? Like, is there a move or a guy that you're like, this is kind of what it looks like or what I want it to look like?
Not really. Freddie Freeman,
Okay.
with what he does with like his upper body,
Mhm.
like he's kind of like really gets his eyes to the zone.
Yeah.
That's something I try to do.
Okay. So then, any major adjustments this offseason swing wise, or you feel like you're
Not really, just
Okay.
let it fly.
and just doing stuff out of the clubhouse?
Yeah.
Still? Yep. Okay. Are you doing lessons at all?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. So if you've got a kid, I'll
There we go.
shout out my little business here. If you've got a younger kid, you're looking to get him out of the house and get some baseball lessons, hit me up.
How do you want to get? I don't know if you want to put your number out here, but how would someone get a hold of you for this?
Yeah, just find me on Instagram.
Okay.
Or
But okay. So this is cool. I remember the last time I had you on, I asked you, are there any like Instagram hitting guys that you thought were dope? And you said Ian Jenkins. And
oh yeah,
so this podcast has grown a lot since last January,
Mhm.
and Ian Jenkins is going to be a guest. He's going to come
That's
on and talk
awesome.
about his story. Yeah, I think
That's
he's awesome too. This dude's got over 250,000 followers, and I just think he's one of the best kind of hitting guys out there. What is it about Ian that you think is dope or that you like?
yeah. So I just mentioned I'm always making a ton of adjustments
Yeah.
with my swing, and I think what Jenkins does a great job of it. It's not like a one size fits all
Right.
kind of mentality for him.
I
It's
agree.
like he shows how much his swing has changed
Yeah.
and what he's done to kind of change that.
Yeah.
And so I watch his videos when I'm struggling with like a certain thing and like different ways he's approached that throughout his career and just
Yeah.
kind of see what works.
Absolutely. I love that. I can't wait to have him on. He's got such an incredible story
Oh,
too,
yeah.
like injuries and what's his motto is like, I failed so you don't have to, essentially.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
swing. Yeah. So, and let me ask you this. So you just said you're always making adjustments. Do you ever feel like you make too many, or do you feel like you're in the wheelhouse of like proper? Like I was guilty in my career of, if I had a bat, I'd be like, well, F it. I'm changing my swing like next at bat. Like, and it got me in so much trouble. Where are you at with that?
Yeah, I definitely fall into that boat sometimes. My dad always says baseball's a game of adjustments though.
100%.
You can't just try to keep doing what's not working. You got to, find a way.
Right. But it's also like, you can't just scrap a swing that you've,
Mm-hmm.
Built all winter because you have, an 0 for 6.
Yeah.
So what is the balance? I remember Cal Ripken might be before your time, but he was famous for changing his swing constantly. Like he would
Mhm.
change his swing in game and whatnot. So you think you're going to go with your kind of tall move head into this year?
Yeah.
And then, so are you kind of like, do you like sink and then like load into it a little bit, or how does?
I would say like it's kind of more of like I start a little bit low. I'm not like standing straight up
Yeah.
like a Shohei or Cody
Okay.
Bellinger. And then I try to stay level.
Okay. Where are your hands starting?
So I try to start them. It's not really up or down, kind of whatever feels natural. I try to keep them away from my body
Really?
so they feel free,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Yeah. What about finish? Are you thinking anything?
So I need to get to where I just start finishing with one hand because
Really?
that's where I found the most success.
Why?
This summer when I hit a few bombs, it was like I was really letting it go.
You get more extended that way, or what do you think it is?
Yeah, I don't really
You
know.
don't
I
know?
think it's just like finishing the swing. Like with two hands, I feel like I kind of get
Shorten it
tied up at
sometimes?
the end. Yeah, shorten it. With one, it's like I wouldn't say it's like griffy, but like I let it fly.
Okay. Does your dad ever take hacks with you?
Oh yeah, he's always if I'm hitting
Yeah.
good or hitting bad, he's like let me show you something. And he goes over there. He
Does-
always picks up the bat left-handed.
That's what I was going to ask. Is
Yeah.
it lefty? His
It's
lefty swing was
always
prettier.
lefty.
His
Yeah.
lefty swing was prettier. Really?
Yeah, and that's kind of the cool thing about him is he didn't start hitting left-handed until
Oh,
college.
Yeah, that's part of his story. I think it's one of the greatest, one of the most impressive athletic feats I've ever heard is, if you guys don't know, his dad, Jason, became an All-American at Miami of Ohio, started switch hitting, first time switch hitting in like a real game as a junior in college.
It's ridiculous.
And went off for like 17 dings. I think he hit about 400, All-American. Absolutely ridiculous. And the coach there, Tracy Smith, he was a throw-in. They wanted Justin.
Yeah.
They wanted Justin. They're like, yeah, bring your twin brother. Cool, whatever. And he becomes an All-American. Justin gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Goes in the 6th round, but just incredible. I've always thought that was such a nobody does that, right?
No.
How do you become a switch hitter as a junior in college? That's like something you figure out when you're 8 years old and
Yeah.
build it through.
So I actually talked to Tracy Smith. Told me that story.
Yeah.
I was at a area code baseball tryout.
Yeah. Sick.
So like went up to North Central College. Like
You saw
up by
Tracy there?
Chicago, and Tracy was like watching for talent.
Yeah.
And there was like MLB guys there too. It was like the I think it was the White Sox team. You like select a few kids, they go out to California,
Yeah.
play some games. Really
Sure.
hard to make the team. But I saw him in the stands and went up and introduced myself. He's like, "You're Knoedler's kid?" And he just starts, telling this
went off
long
on it?
story.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Tracy's now the head coach at University of Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's actually got a pretty active social media out there. So go chase him out there. I got a funny one here for you. I hope you're here for it. Did you read these questions before?
I read a few of them.
Okay.
I did not look into them as much as
Okay.
I did last time.
The last time? Okay, cool. So Justin, Jason, Joe, those are brothers. That is okay. Besides being brothers, what do these 3 have in common?
I will say, when you get those 3 together at like a Thanksgiving dinner or something, they are just hilarious. I mean, Joe leads the charge,
Yes,
but when you
can see
get those 3 together and they've got some bourbon, it's fun. It is very, very fun to listen to what they say.
Getting into Funkle Joey's bourbon collection.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Have you been to Joey's house?
I haven't. No, I have not.
Oh,
But
gosh.
I've seen his. I mean, I've seen his bourbon collection before,
Mhm.
and it's insane.
Yeah, no, they're a fun crowd to be around.
But the point being, you didn't answer it. But the Knoedler brothers are known for being terrible texters. You have broken the cycle of text trauma. What's different about you? You're pretty responsive when I text you. I'll at least get a thumbs up from you.
Mhm.
Why are you different from these 3?
Yeah, I think it's just that's just how today is. You got to be, in with social media. But it's like I text my dad, and it's just like he'll respond like 30 minutes later with like the most basic response that does not answer what I'm asking him. It's like a yes or no question, and he'll just answer like okay.
Shout out to the Knoedlers. All right. Oh, your mom said, this is off the cuff, that you are getting the boot from Casa Knoedler after high school.
I am.
That's hilarious because I asked her because Jason and Justin lived at home
Mhm.
with Mama Kay in the unique house back on State Street. Lived there their whole time at Lincoln Land. Why is it going to be different for you?
My mom, I think she just wants me to figure out how to live on my own.
Yeah, for sure.
I think she's done a great job, meal prepping for me. I think
Yeah.
she wants me to start doing some of that on my own.
So have you picked out where you gonna live with some players or an apartment or what you guys know what you're doing?
Yeah, so the ideal plan is to find a house.
Yeah, fill it with players.
Yeah, so I've talked to Conrad Lindhorst. He goes to Waterloo. He's a pitcher. Used to live at Glenwood.
Uh-huh.
I've talked to him about living together. I've talked to Brody Scheffler.
Oh, sick.
So yeah, I think it'd be a ton of fun if we could find a house.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. You're the Knoedler name is synonymous with work ethic, the Kteam hustle. No knock to your dad's tools. He had humongous tools and speed, but he was known for his hustle. Like that was his thing. His work ethic. And all that you've put into sports and that you continue to. When do you know what is enough for you? Like what is enough working out? What is enough hitting? What is enough mental stuff? Like what is enough for you? I guess am I asking this right?
Kind of. I don't even really know how to answer that question. I think you just always you can't ever get comfortable with where you're at. That's kind of how I think about it. Like when you achieve something, it's like you achieved it because you've been working hard doing all this. I think you just got to keep going.
Great answer. That was a clunky question for me, so apologies for that. Long-term, short-term goals for baseball. What you got?
Yeah, I think short term it's just have a great senior season and really enjoy it, and then long term it's just continuing to develop and just always having fun.
Pro baseball. What we got?
You want to play pro baseball?
Oh yeah, I mean that's definitely the goal. It's so
Yeah.
far down the line to even,
Sure.
grasp.
Has that, I mean, is that something that if someone would have asked you that in like second or third grade, would you have said, I want to be a pro baseball player?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I've been like, oh, I'm gonna be the greatest player ever. But yeah, no, I definitely have more of a sense of how hard it's gonna be to get there.
Sure.
But I think it's definitely something that I want to, try to do.
Yeah, I remember, I think your dad is a great example of how dang hard baseball is in terms of like, I remember, your dad, I think he got a little taste of double A couple times, but this phenomenal player that everyone around here, one of the best players from ever around here, insane tools, speed, power, hitting, fielding, all these things, but he got ate up by, A baseball.
Yeah.
And that is, most people, I think, get ate up in rookie ball or A ball. They get exposed in some way and their career doesn't keep going. But I remember thinking like, man, if this dude is like an All-American and hitting like 20 dings and switch hitting, and he goes and struggles hitting wise in pro baseball, like that's crazy. That just shows how difficult. I mean, Ryan Aper, JUCO Player of the Year at Lincoln Land, hit dang near 500 in like 20 pumps.
It's
and
crazy.
Not to be a hater and all, but fell on his face hitting wise in pro baseball. It's crazy out there. So I do see you playing pro ball someday, my man. You just got to keep going. You've already said no real swing changes. Is it a relief now to focus on one sport?
I think definitely. I think I talked with Coach JP Justin Palmer out at Lincoln Land. He's the hitting coach.
Yep.
Really great guy. I love him.
Absolutely.
And one of his like pitch to me was like, and he was great. He was like, whatever sport you decide, you're going to make great strides in because you're going to be focused on one sport. You're not going to be only doing that sport during the season.
Right.
Is kind of what he told me. And I was like, that's going to be nice.
Yeah.
Like I can focus on one thing. And I feel like once I'm focusing just on baseball right now, I feel like I can just make great strides.
For sure. Was there any regret? Glenwood, did some historic stuff basketball last year.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any part of you sitting in the stands like, man, wish I had a uniform on a couple of these games? Or did you feel like...
Yeah, I mean, it would have been fun, but I honestly, no regrets for me.
Okay.
I enjoyed having an off season for the first time in like 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you.
And now a few words from our sponsors.
We are also brought to you by Body Symmetry, located at 2201 West White Oaks Drive, bodysymmetry.com. More specifically, Chad Marshik, the owner, head trainer. This guy is just amazing on so many levels. He is capable of training anyone from a child to a pro athlete to just your normal everyday person to the elderly. And not only is he a trainer, but he is also adept with, physical therapy, nutrition. Everything is going to be customized to you and what you need. There's a movement analysis when you first come in to address any deficiencies you have. It's all customized. Chad is the most positive, happy guy I've ever been around. Body Symmetry will get you right. I would put my faith in Chad and his trainers any day. So go to bodysymmetry.com, get set up. Chad, we appreciate you. Thank you.
We are also brought to you by Cardinal Cleaning. They can be reached at cardinalcleaningonline.com and 217-679-6567. Owner-operator Adam Springer, local baseball dude, family friend, stand out at Chatham Glenwood in the mid-'90s. Also had a stellar career at Rend Lake and Kentucky Wesleyan. Cardinal Cleaning can take care of any cleaning needs you have. Home, business, restaurant, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever you need, they can take care of you. Get a hold of Cardinal Cleaning. They'll do the rest.
We are also brought to you by GT Performance Consulting, where athletes gain new perspective, and the greater than mindset is the motto. This, of course, is the former baseball great Greg Taylor at Springfield High School, Forest Park, University of Louisville, and Yankees draftee. He can be reached at gtperformanceconsulting.com, connect at gtperformanceconsulting.com, or 314-250-4748. He offers a myriad of services, including the starting line, one-on-one, the Huddle Up program, and disc profiling. GT Performance Consulting is a sport and mental performance consulting practice dedicated to helping athletes reach their full potential both on and off the field. In today's world of sports, the pressure to perform is at an all-time high and has created a greater need for mental performance support for athletes. GT is here to help bring new perspective to athletes, parents, coaches, and support systems. Specializing in programs that cater to each athlete's specific needs, from stress management to confidence-building techniques, GT Performance Consulting focuses on the well-being of athletes so they can maximize their athletic experiences. Guys, Greg was a former guest. He really went through it in baseball with mental stuff and pressure, and it's
become a full circle passion for him. Please use him. If you have young athletes, even for yourself, it's very beneficial. It's a huge part of the game these days. We really appreciate GT Performance Consulting coming on board. Thanks, Greg. We are also brought to you by Safe House Home Inspections. They can be reached at 217-350-0350 or info@safehouseil.com. And of course, I'm talking about Dave and Jim House, Dave being the Lanphier head baseball coach. I played ball with him for the Springfield Pride, played against him growing up. He's an outstanding guy. Dave and Jim his dad have over 30 years of experience between them. They offer home inspections, termite inspections, radon testing, septic inspections, water quality tests, pre-sale home inspections. And there's also $25 off for new customers. If you have any need for any of these services, Dave House with Safe House Home Inspections is who you need to go see. We appreciate you guys. Thank you. We are also brought to you by Nate Guernsey with the Real Estate Group. Get a hold of him for all your real estate needs. You can reach him at 217-691-6853. We've mentioned his name multiple times on the podcast. He was a member of the famous Springfield Statesmen. This guy was an absolute sharpshooter with swag for Southeast back in the day. I can remember watching him play the city and really liking his flavor and the way he did things. So go see Nate Guernsey with the Real Estate Group. Again, 217-691-6853. Love this guy. We appreciate you, Nate. We are proud to be brought to you by Hudson Chiropractic and the Hudson family. Located in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. You can find them at 3232 Independence Street, HudsonChiroCape.com, 573-335-7349. They've got over 700 five-star reviews, all five-star reviews on Google. That speaks for itself. This is, of course, my former teammate, friend, brother, Murray State great, Seth Hudson, an all-time great second baseman in Racer history. He finished second all-time in hits when his career ended. Hudson Chiropractic, your bridge to a better health. They can do everything you can think of chiropractic-wise, adjustments, soft tissue, DOT exams. Seth is really doing his thing down there, and Cape has a beautiful family, raising a couple sluggers. We really appreciate your support. Thank you, Hudson Chiropractic and family. Do this. Are you playing for top tier again this summer, or what's the plans?
I have no idea what we're doing. I don't think it'll be top tier.
What if the horseshoe's called? Is that possible?
I don't even know how that works.
I know there have been guys that at high school have played horseshoes.
Have they?
Sliders.
Okay, I thought that was like a college.
I know,
summer league
but I mean,
thing.
technically, once you're out of high school, I think you're
Really
eligible for that. So you don't have any, you're not committed to a team as of now or anything like that?
No. I know a lot of guys. There's like a league they play down at. Gosh, I don't know the field. It's somewhere down by Edwardsville. It's like a minor league field or something like that. Yeah. But there's like a group of teams that play there. You just kind of sign up for it and just go play.
Oh, like Sauget?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I know what you're talking about. It's the Gateway Grizzlies Stadium.
Yeah, like overlooks the water, kind of.
Is there not going to be a top tier team?
I don't think so, no.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why wouldn't you guys be playing again? Is that standard after? Like
that's just standard, yeah. That's just most travel teams are done.
After high school?
Yeah, before senior, just because kids have to go.
Yeah.
Do stuff.
Well, let me ask you, what if the horseshoe's called? Would you entertain that?
I mean, I definitely think about it because I think I definitely want to play, this summer, so I'm ready for fall ball.
That would be quite the jump up in competition for you too.
Oh yeah.
Where are you at? Do you see catching as your path?
Yeah, I think so.
Would you be open to a position change at some or?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think I could play really any position on the field. I was a middle infielder, probably about the same as I was a catcher up until freshman year of high school.
What was that switch? Or do you have any thoughts on why that went one direction?
Yeah, it was really just they needed a catcher at the varsity level to catch Parker Detmers.
Yeah.
And they gave me the opportunity. So I was like, freaking out.
I know, but I remember you talking about that. That must have been hilarious being like 14, 15 and Parker's throwing like low 90s fives and it's like got depth and you're like, oh God.
Just catch it. Just catch it.
Like last week I was catching 75.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, okay. Are you still doing catching stuff with Justin?
Oh yeah.
How often are you guys doing?
So I gotta shoot him a text, but last year I think we did like once or twice a week. I just, get in with him, do some stuff.
Okay. Tell me some stuff on Casey. I
former guest Casey Erickson, the skipper at Glenwood, buddy of mine, absolute baseball dog. Coach Steinworth the other day told me if there was one pitcher in CS8 history that he had to get a win out of, he's choosing Casey. And
Yeah.
that's crazy. I mean, he is an ultimate dog, but tell me a little bit about, like, I know Casey as a friend, as I competed against him. What's his vibe as a coach? What's his energy?
Yeah, he's definitely a player's coach.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to know what we're thinking. Definitely very involved with like what's going on within the team.
Yeah.
Like, I'd say he knows, what the vibes are. He does a really good job of that.
Okay. And pretty well liked by everyone.
Oh, yeah.
And like whatnot. Okay. Where is Colt and Knoedler in 5 years?
Me in 5 years?
Yeah.
What would be 5 years from now? They'd be out of college.
Yeah. If there's no red shirt, yeah.
If
you
there's
can
no
come
red
right
shirt.
out.
I mean, hopefully playing, baseball still.
Yeah. I asked your mom where you at in 10, and she says still playing baseball.
That'd be awesome.
So I think so too, my friend. I got a couple of random questions here for you, and then we're getting close to the end. This was just gonna be a short little
Yeah.
kind of. I wanted to get a feel for how you felt on your decision and things changing and whatnot. But just favorite movie in general. Doesn't have to be anything with baseball.
Favorite movie?
Yeah.
Gosh. Probably The Hangover.
Really?
Yeah.
Old school like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Good for you. Are you loyal to like a shoe, or do you have like a favorite shoe, or are you a shoe guy at all, or anything
Definitely
like that?
Nike.
Nike guy?
Yeah, I've got a really narrow foot, so
Okay.
I've just always worn like baseball cleats, football cleats.
Uh-huh.
I've got Nikes on right now.
For sure.
Always Nike.
Okay. So this is interesting for me. Parker or Cam, who was more fun to catch?
More fun to catch?
Yeah.
Probably Cam, because he was more fiery. Like,
Yeah.
he was willing. I mean, they were both
Yeah.
very, passionate and just dogs on the field.
Sure.
But Cam had no fear of, telling the batter, like, that's what's up.
I love that. I don't see you doing this, but I mean, part of baseball now is there's celebrations and whatnot. People hitting cellies. When I had Will Platner on, he's a very colorful guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he, taught me his celly. Do you have a celly?
I don't. I've
don't have
always
one?
been,
Are you allowed to?
I'm
think
sure
you
we
would.
probably are. I don't think Casey
care.
would mind.
Yeah.
That's not my mojo.
If you had to,
If I had to have a celly,
what you got?
I'd probably do the Aaron Rodgers belt.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could totally see that. Why do you love catching? What is it about catching that you love? Yeah.
I think it's just I'm in control of the game. Me and the pitcher. Like, if me and the pitcher go out and do our job,
Yeah.
and we get a run, like, we can win the game.
Is Casey letting you call games?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's really awesome.
Has he the whole time you've been there?
So my freshman year, like, in
Called
big
some?
situations, I would look over there and they would call a pitch.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they called any this
Dude.
past year.
That's incredible. And I wonder if that's a Casey thing or if that's a trust in you thing. Because obviously you have this baseball IQ and background and pedigree. But I mean, shit, dude, even guys in college don't get to call their own games.
Yeah.
So I wonder what they'll do at Lincoln Land. Do they have pitch comm or anything like that? You
I
know?
think they call pitches.
They do?
I don't know if they have pitch comm. I'm sure they probably do now.
Have you ever done that, pitch comm?
So they gave me, I wore an earpiece this past year.
Really? And Casey's in your ear?
Coach Matera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Shout out him.
Yeah.
And he'd call pickoffs.
Okay.
So he would just in my ear, like 1, 2, 3, and the
Yeah.
type of pickoff we'd do.
Okay. Savannah Bananas. What you got?
Oh gosh. I mean, I enjoy watching it. Don't get me wrong.
There we go.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going.
It's just like I don't know how to feel about it. I wouldn't say I definitely would not say I enjoy it, but
Yeah.
some aspects of it, it's like, okay, that's fun. It's fun for the little kids to go watch.
Thank you. I think you answered it very PC there. I appreciate
Uh-huh.
it. But I've been waiting for a guest to tell me that they don't like it because I cannot stand it. It drives me
can't.
insane. I don't want to be like an old baseball like curmudgeon old
Mhm.
head, but I don't think it makes sense. Like when I watch the Harlem Globetrotters, I'm like, okay, basketball makes sense. There's trick shots and fun dribbling and like,
Yeah.
these crazy things. It feels weird to me when a pitcher is dancing around and
Yeah, when the umpire's hitting a TikTok dance.
doing the Macarena. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
I mean, I will say I appreciate like the dudes that are doing backflips and catching fly balls. Like, all right, that's cool.
That's impressive, yeah. But I don't know. I just want to watch a baseball game, man. And
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hate on like young
Mhm.
kids that like it. That's dope. I just don't. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah. I will say, I think if you're gonna watch the game, you have to know going into it, it's not a baseball game.
No, it's
a entertainment.
Yeah, 100%. Where are you at? I might sound like an old guy even saying this, but how dripped out are you, and what are your thoughts on the drip?
On the drip.
I feel like I sounded so old.
I'm very superstitious. I'm very superstitious. So like for
What do we
football,
got?
for example, I cleaned them. I wore the same underwear, same socks, same undershirt every game. Me and my running back, me and Grady, did that every single game senior year.
Okay.
And then baseball, sometimes I wear wrist tape on my left, but other than that, it's just pretty basic. Just because I don't like feeling like I have a bunch of stuff on.
Okay. Where arm strength wise, have you ever? I think last time I asked you, football wise, how long you could let it go before your senior year? You were about in like 60, 65 yards. Have you ever tried again since then? How far you could throw a
Trying to
football?
think. This summer, before I really got my arm going at SIU, they had like a who can throw the ball the longest,
What'd you get?
and I got 68.
Woo!
68 yards, and like won the competition there.
That is chucking.
I feel like I could
A
get
couple more in there.
a 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you at long toss wise? Are you a long toss guy?
I'm definitely a long toss guy.
How do you do it? Because everyone has different kind of ways that they.
Yeah, I'm a guy that works up to it. Like I gotta get really loose. Definitely get a sweat going. Before
I mean, are
play
you
long
like
toss.
Russell Wilson moon balls? Are you trying to throw lasers? Combination.
It's
of
probably
both, or-
it's probably lasers for the first 250,
Uh-huh.
I'd say, and then I'll just let it eat.
How far will you go?
Probably like, gosh, I don't know the distance, but at Glenwood High School, it's I think it's 380 to center maybe,
Uh-huh.
but it's 365 to left center, and
Yeah.
I'll stand on the first base line, and that's about where I can get it. So I have no idea how far that would be.
Okay. Have you ever like just stand at home base and try to throw over the fence? See how far you can chuck it?
Not since probably freshman year.
It's fun to do. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: what does your dad still have in his arm? Because he had absolute cannon,
Yeah.
known for it.
I mean, he definitely can't. Like, we'll play long toss in the street sometimes.
Yeah.
He definitely can't get it there anymore.
Really.
But there'll be some days where, like, if
feeling good.
if he's feeling good, he can still get it out there a little bit.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think he was mid 90s from the outfield. back
He
in the
might
day.
have been. I'd love to see
Cannon.
what Justin can still run it up to, because he still throws
Good.
darts.
Still
in
looks
BP.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin is known as the absolute cannon. All right, man. This is about all I got for you. Pretty simple and sweet here today. I just wanted to get you in to talk a little bit about your decision and moving on, and congratulations on moving on to Lincoln Land there, Coach Tor.
Oh yeah.
You got anything to say about Coach Tor or anything like that, or how he got you there? Or?
Yeah, it's just a great tradition over there, and I think
Sure.
He's kind of an old school guy, and he wants guys that play the game the right way.
Yeah.
And I want to play with guys that want to play the game the right way.
I love that. I'm going to warn you, not that you ever would do it. I don't see you as a skipping school guy, but Coach Tor has a trick that he plays on everyone. That and Bull did it too. He's going to line everybody up one day, and he's going to say, everyone who skipped class today, step forward. But he doesn't know who skipped class. So don't fall for it. And none of your teammates don't fall for it either. So
Okay, I'll spread the word. I'll spread the
word. And then lastly, all right, man. Your dad and Justin were huge in my life, like big brothers to me. I needed them at a point in my life that they were there for me. Got to tag around with them, as they're kind of like little brother in a way. I can never repay them for what they meant to me in my life in my early 20s. Still, the work ethic I saw for them became a part of me. I cannot repay them. What I can repay is you to some degree. And if there's anything I can ever do for you, man, like my contact book is so deep now in baseball and college coaches and pro guys and hitting guys. And if there's anything I can ever do for you, man, please let me know. I want to do it. I would love to help you out. I think I have a lot of love for the Knoedler name. You know that. So anything I can ever do for you, brother, I got you.
100%.
And other than that, this has been the Colt Knoedler story, part 2. And I'm doing this thing now with guys like Cam and some of these guys where I'm going to keep having you back as your career progresses, and we can check in. So maybe we can check in like another year.
Yeah, for sure.
And, see how you're doing, see how you're feeling, and how college baseball is treating you. But other than that, I got nothing else for you. Is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, just thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Cool. All right. Colton Knoedler story. Post-game spread. We're out of here.